370 million voters in the European Union are heading to the polls, and the stakes are high for Europe. Here are 3 things to look out for in these elections. 1. Will the far right really surge? Polls are predicting big gains for Europe's far-right parties. In the European Parliament, they group together to form 2 clubs, and between them, they could gain as many as around 20% of all seats. They're also on track to win the elections in France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Austria, Poland, and Italy. But they're deeply divided on key issues like support for Ukraine. If they do manage to find more common ground between them, that could give them more influence than ever here in Brussels. 2. Will the centre ground hold? For years, the European Parliament has been able to pass laws because the pro-European parties at the centre have agreed to work together. Back in the last election in 2019, the 3 biggest groups won around 59% of all seats between them. That could slip closer to 55% this year, in a sign that moderate parties are losing voters to the extremes. 3. What happens the day after? These elections should influence who becomes the next president of the European Commission. Ursula von der Leyen is currently tipped to secure a 2nd term because her party is leading in the polls. But she will need the support of an absolute majority of all new MEPs to secure that job. That will be difficult if her traditional allies turn their backs on her because she's been cozying up to far-right figures like Italy's Giorgia Meloni. EU leaders could also choose to nominate a completely new candidate, as they did in 2019. That means that backroom negotiations between EU leaders could still parachute an unlikely candidate to the top job in Brussels.